Men don't like surprises. So what do I mean by surprises?
Okay, I was thinking about saying that. We'll be discussing something different, and here with me is, hold on, I'll be right back after the short break to introduce the men of what should I, Timber and Caliber that are with me. I'll be discussing this topic together. All right, welcome back to Unscripted with Ray. My name is Adirayo Adeyemi, and on this show you'll be calling me Ray. So before we went on the short break, I said I was going to introduce the men with me, the men of timber and caliber, men of armor, men of spectacles. I don't even know what I'm saying. But on my right hand is...
Hi, my name is Henry Afekwana.
And what do you do?
Well, I'm a digital transformation consultant for Heineken.
Okay. And on my right is...
Adebola Adeyemi. I'm a program manager at Heineken.
You see why I said they are men of timber and caliber? On today's episode, we'll be discussing what is it that men don't like. But before we dive into it, I'd love to ask Henry, how is the weather treating you?
Well, I can say I'm doing quite okay with the weather. It's been good so far.
Are you sure?
Yes. It's
because
just,
you came in shivering.
No, not really. It's just 12 degrees, so I think it's fine.
It's just 12 degrees.
Fine. We are prepared for when it goes
citizen. Chop no cool. And you, Adebola, how's the weather treating you?
Well, it's quite a change for me.
Okay.
Coming from Nigeria, which has
bakery, right?
Yeah. Hotter climate, more tropical weather. So this is cold for me. And we need to start preparing for winter.
But how are you coping?
I'm fine.
We've heard a lot about what men like, what men want, but are there things that you think men don't like or don't want?
Quite an ask. I think I prepared for what men want, but now that you're asking for what men do not want, so I need to think in the opposite direction. Okay. So I'll say, first of all, men don't want people, or men don't want when their women doubt them. So because men want you to trust them, trust their dream, trust the process. They don't want when you doubt them. So for me, I might not be speaking for every man out there. Speaking for myself, I like it when you trust me and trust the process. It gives men more confidence.
But don't you think that for a woman to not trust a man, that means the man has given her enough reasons to doubt him?
Well, that might be correct in some instances, but it's also possible that based on past experience, that might not even include the man. The man already have some perception about trust, some trust issues. So but when you get into a relationship, like marriage or you're dating, you have to let go of the...
All right, so I'll be asking you this last question before I move over to Adebola. Don't you think that for that woman, or should I say, if you end up with that kind of woman, what would you do to help her?
Well, I mean, I believe as a man, most times you don't find a finished product, right? So it lies on you to be able to cultivate what you want to see in your woman. So if she has issues with trust before meeting you, it's trust is end, right? So it's left for you to build the trust.
We should do that. All right, so over to you, Adebola. What is it that men do not want in either relationship or marriage?
Okay, men don't like surprises. So what do I mean by surprise?
Okay, I was thinking about saying that.
So I mean, men like to plan.
Okay.
And men do not like that out of the blue things have to change.
Wow, you just poured out 3 points at once. Now let me pick it up from the surprises part. I think you should define the surprise, because when you're talking of surprise, now it varies. It could be maybe surprise birthday, surprise vacation, surprise. So what kind of surprise are you talking about?
Of course, we like surprise vacation.
But you just said men don't like surprises.
That's a good one.
Okay.
But making decisions without consulting. So for the women to make decisions that impact the family without discussing it.
I wouldn't see that as a surprise.
Well, maybe to come to his rescue, I would say what he's trying to say is that men are very logical.
Okay.
Now, for every rule or law, there's an exception or there are exceptions, but men are very logical. So when they plan every step. And then when you come in with a surprise or something that changes,
it's something that is not in accordance with
it kind of distorts everything and it makes them really destabilized. So men really like to plan. In most cases, not in all cases. In my case, I really love to plan like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 steps.
So how's the plan be? Let me ask you, how's the plan be working out?
Well, most times there are usually disruptions.
Of course, you're a family man, there will always be disruptions.
Yeah, because, well, the circumstances, those plans work in a perfect scenario where everything works, provided there is no change.
Is there anything perfect?
Well, there isn't, but you still want to plan. You still want to, okay, this is where I want us to be. Okay, this is what we want to do. These are the next steps we want to take in life, in whatever thing we're working on, but not to just go along like the wind and not have any plan.
Like do not move with the wind. Okay, now I'm going to ask you this question. You men don't like surprises. You also don't like surprises. You like things to go according to your plan. Recently, you moved to the Netherlands, and that came as a surprise. Would you say it's a negative surprise or positive surprise, or would you say you don't like that kind of surprise because it didn't go? It wasn't even in the plan. Was it in the plan for you? Or has it always been in the plan?
Okay, so the move to the Netherlands, when it came, it was a surprise. However, I wouldn't say it's a full surprise because there have been steps taken. Okay. And I mean, different steps had to be taken before we got to where we were. Okay. And if those steps were not taken, we wouldn't be at that point. So which means at the back of my mind, of course there's a negative side if it works out, there's a positive side if it doesn't work out or if it works out. So there's always been, and that's back to what I say, we plan, there's plan A, there's plan B, there's plan C. So somehow, somewhere,
I won't be surprised if there's plan Y and Z.
So somehow, somewhere, there was always a plan, okay, maybe this might happen, and if it happens, what next? But the way it came, of course, it didn't come in the way I would expect. But somewhere at the back of my mind, I knew it might happen.
Okay. Right, so another thing I would love to say is, what's the essence of planning and not being disrupted as a family man? Because if you see bachelors now, they have plans to go for vacation and boom, you see them in Dubai, you see them in maybe Bahamas, you see them in Miami. But as a family man, maybe you plan to go for vacation for summer and boom, something happens. Maybe the funds you've been keeping aside for the event, you have to divert it. So what's the point of being a family man? So I think the journey has been fun for you so far.
You answered the question for him. You didn't give him the opportunity to.
No, it's a question. Okay, well, as the journey, let me rephrase it. Thank you. Has the journey been sweet and smooth so far?
Yeah, it has been sweet, but of course, it hasn't been smooth. There have been some potholes, bombs, and roadblock, police checkpoints.
Police checkpoints. That's good. And what about you?
For the last question.
Yes.
Well, in retrospect, looking back the last couple of years, I would say, if I'm being very honest, that's been great. I think I've made more progress being married than when I was a bachelor.
So to you, marriage has been a blessing.
Yeah, for me, marriage has been a blessing. Although we most times tend to miss some of the things we do as a bachelor, the freedom to travel, to really just be spontaneous.
Yeah.
But marriage helps you to really plan long term and think about carrying so many people
along.
Yeah.
That makes you a leader. Because a leader serves, a leader carries people along. So that makes you a leader. So that is what I want you to always. So when you laughing, that's what I want you to always look at when things doesn't go the way you planned it. Oh, I'm a leader. I'm responsible. I'm living the life of somebody that is supposed to lead a set of people. All right. So we are done with this segment. The next segment, I want to ask you, how smart are you? Or how intelligent are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think it depends on the context. So in some fields I'm quite knowledgeable. In some
generally,
I really can't say. I've not done an
1 to 10.
I've not done an IQ test before. You want to
just
put me on the spot now?
No, just grade yourself.
Don't answer.
Inconclusive.
Yeah, inconclusive.
Okay, what about you?
Starboy.
Maybe 7.
7. Okay. Well, this segment we will know. Please. This is should I call it Goodie Box? Yes. And inside this Goodie Box, I have plenty of things there rolled in the paper. So you're going to pick one, but don't open it till I say you should open. You're going to pick one and you're going to pick one. Just one. It's that one. Thank you. Okay, so let's start with you. Open it. What do you have there?
I don't understand.
You're on the right now.
Okay.
Gang, 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 gang. Let's see.
Bottle of wine?
Bottle of wine, just hold it. Let's see yours. Any cartoon character. Alright, so this is Adebola's own any cartoon character, and this is Henry's own bottle of wine. So what you're going to do now is I'm going to get you paper and pencil with colors. You're going to draw what you have. So the end result is what we use to grade you according to your reply on how smart or how intelligent you are. Are you up?
I'm looking forward to the cartoon character. And it has to tell us the cartoon character is right.
Definitely you will. And what you're drawing is, you're not just giving me a skeleton.
I'm giving you a final product. Don't worry.
Yes, you're going to paint it, label it.
I need a ball.
The label I'm talking about.
Paint.
Don't worry. The label I'm talking about is that it's not that you put cover the neck. No. For instance, if you're drawing a bottle of red wine, you know the name of the red wine.
Yeah, sure.
Just give me the exact
problem.
picture. All right. So before he said men don't like surprises. So I'm sorry. I'm going to surprise you guys. In fact, I've surprised you guys because you weren't informed that you'll be doing this, right? So do you like the surprise? You don't have option. You don't have option. So who's going for the pink? Who's going for the yellow? Okay. I'm going to give you the papers that you'll be using.
You should say that you draw an animal. Easy.
You're not drawing inside of this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I don't spy.
So we'll be giving you 2 minutes. Let's see what they can come up with. While we wait for them to finish what they are drawing, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification button because whenever we upload a new video, so you get notified. And also don't forget to share. Please, you'll be helping me this way. Thank you very much. Go to YouTube, Ray World TV. Ray World TV. You'll be seeing it on the screen. Just click on subscription, click on the notification bell, click on like, share. Thank you. Alright, how many minutes more?
Maybe a minute.
1 minute more. Forty seconds. Now this is what I call element of surprise. I surprised them. Wow. 10 seconds.